This episode of Gadget Gurus is brought to you by Audible.com, the internet's largest and leading provider of digital audiobooks and audio content. For your free 30-day trial and your free audiobook today, audiblepodcast.com/pbcasttv. So I was telling Jacob, and I think I've said this before, but now that we're on YouTube, we have to use like this copyright-free music, so we're not like, we're using this like awesome music. It's just crazy. But anyway, Jacob asked me on Twitter today. He's like, dude, you want to do the show early? So if you're watching live, we're doing this at 11, pretty much 11:30 Central Time.
Yeah, and if you notice, my whiteboard here, Ice Baby.
Ice, yes.
Because that is why we're doing the show early, because our town, our community is covered in ice.
Exactly. And, you know, it was a pretty significant ice storm for around here. But, you know, people in, like, you know, New York or somewhere like that, Boston, you know, somewhere where this happens, like...
See, we have...
Exactly.
We have, like, one salt truck.
In Birmingham.
Or, like, one sand truck or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like... And it drives up and down the road, and it's like, hey, I'm salting the roads.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. They have like a armada of stuff up north, so
yeah,
they're used to having to de-ice the roads and junk.
Yeah, and this hardly ever happens. I think, what is this, like the first ice storm in at least
in a while.
Yeah, I think maybe 10 years. Well,
yeah, at
least of this magnitude. But anyway, and in Alabama, you know, we don't really know what to do when there's snow, so you can go ahead and make fun of us, but we're having...
I had like half-inch thick ice all over my car.
Yeah, well, I did too. I measured it, and it was like, I measured it in centimeters to get the exact, or millimeters to get the exact thing. It was like 0.48, because you know, anyway. But we got a lot of ice, and it snowed. Yeah. It snowed like 7 inches up a little bit further north.
Yeah, we didn't get really any snow down here.
Yeah, we were kind of on the ice there.
But like if you went up like 20 miles north or 25 miles north, it was like, I mean, they had, you know, 8 inches of snow and craziness.
Yeah, which is not normal here. So everyone's stranded at home. And like Jacob said, you know, it's the roads are iced over, but they can't get, you know, we only have like one ice truck for like 50 miles. So
yeah,
it's going to take them forever. So I may very well be sitting here tomorrow with nothing to do as well. But anyway, Jacob and I are going to enjoy our day off by doing a little Gadget Gurus here. So, Jacob joined us from the CES floor on Saturday afternoon. Stream live. I guess that was almost an hour show. And I was very happy with the quality, because compared to either not having it or, you know, having what we had, I would say it was pretty much a success. Oh, and one more thing, I was gonna say this. Today on my off day after we get done with the show and I post and everything, I think I'm gonna rearrange the studio, because I don't really like this sideways shot. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of need a shot over here, but I've got this weird mic stand and I can't do anything with it. So I don't know. I'll probably spend most of my day doing that. But Jacob, I think you have some pretty cool gadgets and just free pickups, some freebies and everything that you were gonna show us today.
Yep.
So I guess we can talk a little bit about those.
Yeah, I got a couple little things. I didn't get nowhere near as much as what I did last year, just because I didn't go crazy. I wasn't like getting every free thing that was out there. I like got the, you know, good quality stuff that was, you know, you had to maybe work for a little bit, and you know, I got like 1 pin instead of like 28 like I did last year.
That's great. But Reese's gave away like over 1 million bags of candy or something.
Yeah, which I did not bring those home. They're in my stomach. Well, they're not in my stomach anymore, but yeah, dude, it was awesome. And it wasn't like a little like bite-sized like little thing. They had these big old like I don't know, like maybe 1 pound bag of like mini Reese cups.
Yes, I've had. They're like new too, aren't they?
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, the little they're just like mini ones, like they're
mini Reese cups. Yeah. They're not individually wrapped. They don't have all the little paper on it. It's just Reese cups in this bag.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And they were like
It's about the size of like those snack pack Dorito bags, but it's like
yeah. I mean,
filled.
it was like that big.
Yeah, and they're filled with them. It's not like
full of them, and they were like cold. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I had some. I don't know. I guess my mom had like a coupon for them or something, and she got some for free, and she brought them home, and I didn't realize that's what they like. I guess they semi-announced them at CES almost, didn't they? Like they.
Yeah, they had a whole entire booth right there in the main corridor, in the C corridor. They had lockers full of this stuff.
It was crazy.
And they filled it. They gave away all of it every day. They had these guys walking around with like these like little like newspaper bag things.
Yeah.
And they were like walking around like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?"
That's awesome.
Yeah. Reese's cup and beer. That was the free items of the show floor.
So you want to tell us a little bit about...
Okay. So, we'll sort of walk you around here in the CES floor and where I got these things. D-Link always has a little booth in the south to central connecting hall. It's like a little hall that you got to go up to the top floor, walk over, and you can go down the stairs. Well, they normally have a little thing going on there. This year they had like a little like fishing thing, or you throw the little fishing thing out, and if you get it in the pool, you get the choice. You either get chapstick, or you get like this little ice cube thing, which is pretty cool. It says D-Link on it. I think last year they were giving away a bunch of like little like T-shirts that were shaped in like the word D-Link, which does not unwrinkle at all. But it's pretty cool because it actually has this like little like whatever you want to call it, dino gel or whatever in there that will hold. It's got a little bit of moisture in there, and it will actually hold some temperature so that it will stay cold when you stick it in the freezer. And you can actually drop this whole thing in your drink. It's completely watertight. It's actually made by Light Cubes, L-I-T-E cubes. So that's nice. But it's got this little button. You press it, and it
lights up. Yeah.
Does this little flashy thing here, and then it's got 3 modes. You press it again, and it just flashes constantly. And then you press it one more time, and it just stays on all the time. Yeah, D-Link in your drink. Yeah. You press it again, it turns off. So that was pretty cool. It was just, throw it in, reel it in, and hey, they get you one. So it's pretty neat. Let's see. Then you had over in the North Hall, where all the Chinese people and stuff are. Actually, this wasn't in the North Hall. This was in the Hilton, where the uber Chinese people are. Like, you walk up in there, and they're like, "Oh, how you doing?" And that you can't make any sense of anything. They were giving out, one booth was giving out these little things, and I was trying to figure out what the crap it was. And then I actually walked by another Chinese booth, and they were using it as a cable holder, which is pretty cool. So let's show you here. Grab my little headphones here. So what you do is you just take it and wrap it around, and however much cable you want, because it's kind of big, you can hold a couple pieces of cable in there, and then you just have it go in one end and come out the other end, and there you go. So now the cable is substantially shorter, and
that's cool. Especially for these Sonys and like my AKGs, like the cable's all over the floor because they're like DJ headphones, or that's what they brand them as. So yeah. I guess they're suspecting that you're going to be running it a long way or whatever. So that's a pretty cool little gadget to have.
It's just like a little simple little piece of rubber thing that's got like this little plastic thing in the middle, and it just snaps together. I was like, is it a cup? Is it a pill holder? I mean, what is this
pill holder?
I don't know. So, so that was pretty cool. Still trying to get over my cold here, or whatever it is. Okay, then I went to the MSI booth, and they had like the world's best. Let's see, what was it? Counter-Strike player and Street Fighter player. Like they go to competitions, and they've won like the world competitions.
That's awesome.
It's called like something Mind. I don't know, but
Minecraft.
maybe.
That's where you like. Nah, that probably wouldn't be it, because that's where you like builds things.
I don't know, but they are the winners. So they were, you know, basically what MSI was saying was, if you could beat these guys in Counter-Strike, it was beat the first 1 to 15 games or 15 frags wins the MSI computer that they had sitting there. It was a pretty sweet laptop. It was like hex core, 12 gigs of RAM or something stupid.
So that thing's going to be sitting on your desk pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
Probably gets like 5 minutes.
It was one of those big old thick laptops, but it was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I mean, you could have like kept it or sold it to somebody probably.
Yeah.
But they said if you beat them, you know, you get it. And with Street Fighter, you played these joysticks, and it was like the best, like 4 out of 7 or whatever it was. And same deal. So the guy, I don't know if you guys ever saw him, but he was the guy that did the Touch for the Win shirt, Paragon. He was the announcer, and he's just a hired announcer. He doesn't have really any affiliation with them. They just hired him to be the announcer, and apparently MSI liked him enough to where he was announcer for or spokesperson or whatever you want to call it for MSI this year. So I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey man, what happened to Touch for the Win?" And he's like, they whore me out to everything. But so it was kind of interesting. But yeah, I played Street Fighter with like the world's best Street Fighter player, and I got this nice little pin.
That's
and
cool.
And then he goes, and he would make the joke. He goes, "All right, man, you win the notebook." And they're like, "What? I win the notebook?" Like, yeah, but we're gonna give you an Apple notebook instead for, you know, not beating the guy. And they were like, "Dude, that's awesome." So he'd come out there and he would let's see, I can do this. And you have a little Apple notebook, and it's actually a little notebook. It's got little pieces of paper on there, and so he would, it was funny watching those guys' eyes get massive when they were just like, "Well, you didn't win, but we're gonna give you this pen and an Apple notebook." What? Yeah, Apple notebook, man. You're gonna get Apple notebook. It's even got this like really dorky. You know how like the fruit comes with like this little thing here?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
So you can like wrap it around and see if I can get this on here. So it looks like, you know, like fruit you would buy at the which to me it looks more like a peach than an apple.
Yeah,
but
it does kind of look like it, because I guess it's because, you know, I guess it loses its color or something when you spread it out or whatever.
Yeah,
looks more orange, I guess.
But yeah, there you go. So got a little
that's pretty funny. I have to admit.
So that was what I got from MSI for playing the Street Fighter guy. And let's see, then we got they had a couple like little golfing tournament, like not tournaments but like contests, and basically it's like, you know, putting stuff. You just go up there and putt the golf ball in. One group of people, what is their names? My Bat. If you hit in the golf ball to 3 different holes, they'd give you $200 cash, and you just walk up there and try. So I was like, well, I'll give it a try. I'm not that good of a golfer at all,
yeah.
Especially when it comes to putting. But and they said if you get 1, you get an extra prize, and if you get 2, you get like this, like rhinestone, like license frame thing. So I got a BlackBerry case for a BlackBerry Curve.
That's pretty cool. A pink one, no less.
Yeah, it's a pink one. That was like the gift, and then or the standard thing, even if you didn't even make it in. And you also got this little belt clip thing here, which you could put your, phone in and hook it on your belt. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then for making it in once, I got this cool flashlight. It's pretty bright.
LED. Is that LED?
Yeah. It's one of those 8 LED.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9 LED flashlights. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little flashlight.
Yeah.
So I got those for making one golf ball in. Let's see. Oh yeah, the other golfing tournament. They're in the South Hall. You could knock a golf ball in. You only had one. Well, if you're a buyer, they let you try as many times as you want to. If you're an industry affiliate, you hit it once and miss. Oh well, you don't get one. But I made it in, of course, on the first try, and they gave me the golf ball that actually hit.
That's cool.
Which is kind of cool. And then they gave me this little, or they had a choice. You could pick from whatever you wanted, but they were all iPhone cases, iPhone 4G cases, and it's this little simple little iPhone case. Pretty cool. So whatever.
It's not customized from Shapeways though, so it's not.
No.
Yeah.
So let's see. You guys probably seen the Mu Rota or whatever it's called. It's the it's like the little autonomous robot that has like the big like gyroscope in its stomach that rotates and it rides the bike everywhere. I don't know. They if you stood there and watched their little spiel about something, they gave you this little like cell phone like lawn chair type thing.
That's very cool. That's
so like it opens up and then you can like stick your cell phone in there and it just chills on the beach.
That's pretty cool. That would be kind of cool to have on your desk. Just sit there and put your cell phone in.
And it even has like height adjustments, so you can, it's got the little thing in the back and you can bring it down. So I thought that was kind of funny. Cool. So, but so that's cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, the MakerBot booth. If you were a MakerBot owner, MakerBot operator, they gave you this little tote bag from Baggu, Baggu, and it's kind of cool because it opens up and it has this thing on here, a little picture of a MakerBot, and it says "Make Me."
Oh, that's kind of cool. Is it like a
little,
shopping bag or something?
Yeah, like a little shopping bag that you can. Pretty cool.
Huh.
So that was nice of them. And I kind of like hung around that booth a couple times. So they were like, "Oh, hey, you got a MakerBot? Oh, here, have a bag." I'm like, "Oh, I already got one." "Oh, okay, well."
Have another one. We don't want to. We don't want.
They also they were pushing their Thing-O-Matic now, which is their new 3D printer that is more precise than the Cupcake, which is what I have. And they were printing out these little little wristbands that says MakerBot at CES 2011 on it, and it's at a PLA, clear PLA, and you can stick it on your wrist. And it was on their automated build platform, which it prints it, runs it out, and prints another one, runs it out. So they had all these ones sitting on the table, and you could just go up there and grab them. They also had they were printing out random things, and this is a little ring. And what you do, if I don't get it stuck on my finger, what you do is when you're thinking, it kind of looks like you have a mustache, and you're like, So that was pretty funny. They had a bunch of stuff that they were showing. You know, their booth is always neat because when you print, I mean, they print out stuff. They print out some pretty big things too, that are pretty dense. Which they ended up having to make a square with tape, with masking tape, and it said "things to take," and then another one said "things not to take," and they had them both in the squares because like people were walking up and like they just got done printing like for like 3 hours like this big old like Lego guy, you know,
somebody would take
and
it,
and then like somebody would go take it, and they'd be like, "What the crap?" So they had to make a section. And then, and of course, I got my. If you guys watched, I got a bunch of other stuff down here too. If you guys watched the Tech Weekly, you saw some of my pins. One was the CES. Not only do you get the CES badge on Foursquare if you checked into 5 places at CES, you also could go to the Experience CEA and get a pin, an actual pin, which is pretty cool. They also had, like, I found these like randomly on the floor, a Facebook pin, and then Skull Candy was there, and they were giving away some pins.
That's pretty cool.
But that's that was that. Let's see. And then if you went around and showed your CES pin to people, certain people like Livio 5000, or not 5000, what did I say? Livio Radio, they were just a place that was doing stuff. They give you this like little fake poker chip. And they gave me some pretty sweet like earbuds, but I can't find them. Let's see. And then Intel did something stupid. They just enter you in a contest if you went and took a picture, which you have to like show them your CES pin to do that. And then who was it? Sharp did a stupid thing where it was like, "Oh, you got a pin? We'll enter you in this contest." So I don't know. I might end up winning a sweepstakes with Sharp, and you get like all these like LCD screens and junk. But
sweet.
It's pretty cool. There wasn't that many names in the fishbowl, so maybe they're only limited to that to the CES people.
Hopefully.
That get the badge.
Yeah.
Better odds. I think the coolest thing that I got for getting a Foursquare badge was at SanDisk, and they gave me an MP3 player.
Dude, that's
a full-fledged MP3 player. It is the SanDisk Sansa. It takes micro SD cards, and I don't know if it has a limit. I imagine it does at some sort, but it's pretty sweet. It takes these little micro SD cards, and you just stick it in there, and if I can get it back in there. There you go. And it's like a little sort of shuffle, but it doesn't shuffle it. It just goes track by track, and you just arrow through. You don't know what song's next. It doesn't have a screen or anything. It's got a little play button and next track and volume up and down. And then it came with these headphones, which, nobody's ear is that big, so I don't know why they keep selling these headphones. But then they also came with a handful of little, like, whatever you would call them, little micro SD cards that are full of audio from different people.
That's pretty cool.
And so I don't know how big these SD cards are. It might be a gig each or something. I don't know. Or probably not that big, but to get you some music. And then they even threw in, this is all in like this massive box, like the size of like, it was massive. And I was like, why would you give something in this big of a box?
Yeah.
So I like took everything out. I was like, forget that. They also give you this little USB micro SD card adapter.
Huh.
You just stick it in there, and that's how you can put your stuff on there.
So pretty much they give you
sweet.
everything you needed. And
Yeah.
that's like that's a pretty good haul, because, you know, I mean, I guess those were full albums, right, on those?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're full albums.
Huh.
So
and then plus I mean, that MP3 player was probably at least like $30 or probably more
yeah,
than
at
that.
least.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they'd give one. You had to find them. They were back in the meeting hall area, which was in the back of the South Hall.
Yeah.
And you had to look for them. You had to know where they were at. But also, what's really cool about this thing is that this will come off, which is powered by a AAA battery. And they also gave you another little, case that you could put on here.
Huh.
So you can change out your cases for something else.
That's pretty cool.
So
that'd be a good little something to like keep in your car or something, you know, that you could just play music off of. If you could just load it up with, one of those. If you wanted to take off that music off that SD card or something, you could try
and
put your own mix on there and just let it play.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Let's see. Skull Candy also had a drop the it was like Plinko or whatever. Like Price is Right.
Yeah.
You drop the disc down and it goes down. Whatever it lands in is like the prize you win. And I won some stickers.
Huh.
I got a hat full of stickers and junk. So
that's cool.
It's pretty cool. And of course, Spec. They do a bunch of cases for iPhones and stuff. They had their claw game, which I didn't really try very much at, so I didn't get anything. I got something last year from it, but they also were giving out like free beer, and they had all these coasters and junk, so I grabbed a couple. You could go over there and play, what was it, Rock Band or whatever. They had a Rock Band set up and everything. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, at the CES Tweet Up, they were giving out these little shirts from Pixel. It's thinkpixel.com. That's pyxl.com, and it's kind of cool. I haven't really I don't know, but
it's a 3D.
But you can win a 3D digital camera. Thinkpixel.com/3D and enter Shard 3D, SHAR 3D, and get entered in a drawing for a 3D camera. But it got this T-shirt in there. That's pretty cool. And then Woot from Woot.com was there. They're the people that have one bill every day until it sells out, and it's a pretty good deal, and that's how they do their stuff. And they always have really stupid write-ups of the description and stuff. But they were giving away these monkeys. There's no gimmicks this year. Last year you had to go around and find all the writers that were hidden out throughout the show and get them to take a picture with you. And you could get what they call a bag of crap, which is just some random stuff that they're trying to get rid of.
It's crazy.
And they set a price, it's $15 for this bag of crap on their website, and you go pay $15 and you get random things. But they gave out these little monkeys for free, and it's kind of cool because it's got these little rubber band arms. So, and it also, when you hit it, so you can launch it in the air, and then it goes off, and it's got this little cape, which of course will come off if you want it to, but and it's got these little Velcro hands, so you can do a little monkey dance or something.
That's awesome.
And then I went to Nissan Leaf's little pre-party. It wasn't an after party; it was a pre-party. at Little Buddha restaurant at the Palms.
Yeah.
And that was a really good place. I don't have any pictures, or do I? Yeah, I do.
I can bring it up. I'll bring it up on your Facebook if you want.
All right. And they had like free food, free drinks, whatever you wanted. It was really good food. It was like a seafood stir fry smorgasbord.
That was on your Twitter, wasn't it? I think you tweeted that picture. I think you did.
Maybe. Let's see.
It looked good, dude.
Yeah, it did. It was really good. But yeah, here you go. So that's what we got to eat, and they were like giving out like Mai Tais like crazy, and like all this really good food and stuff. You can go back as much as you want it, eat as much as you want. I mean, it was good. Like if I had that right now in front of me, I'd be like, oh, this is good. They also had the World Wildlife Foundation sponsored some stuff. They gave like these like little postcards and stuff of like polar bears and stupid stuff, and then they also gave like a full size polar bear, like not full size, but like a stuffed polar bear, and he's like, I'm running. But it's really soft. It's actually really soft. It's kind of nice. Like you just like rub up on the polar bear. I don't know. They also pull this out. They also gave, and this is for everybody that was there. They also gave a $10 Best Buy gift card to everybody.
That was nice.
Yeah. So that was cool. Which I imagine they might have like, you know, random little bags. Probably might have had like more. Mine was $10. Let's see. Oh, and then DTS, which is like the digital something. I don't know, but they do audio, like 3D audio. And if you went through and like watched a little presentation of audio, they gave you this little hat and a shirt. Oh, I forgot about these pieces. So it's pretty cool. Little creative shirt there and hat. And then they gave you a Blu-ray disc of all of their stuff that they showed you. So it's pretty cool. You can pop it in your Blu-ray player if you have one and watch this HD surround sound awesomeness. That is really nice sounding. And also Epilogue Laser was there. They do laser cutters. And if you inquire to Epilogue about a laser cutter, they will send you like this packet, and they also show you sample work, which is the Aztec calendar, which I have one before, but it broke. And I got me another one. So now I have another one. It's very, very detailed. I mean, super detailed.
So they laser cutted that?
Yeah, they were laser cutting these like crazy at the show. And it smells of like burnt wood. And they also, this is anodized aluminum that they just took the anodization off on the other laser they had running. And it's like a little Indian guy, which my camera doesn't focus because I got that wide-angle lens on it. But you really and truly can't. Let's see if I can like take this off real quick, or I could just switch to the other camera. Because you really need to appreciate the quality of this thing here.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean, so they were printing those
extremely detailed,
and they were printing those on the show floor.
Yes. I mean, and it's just, you know, it runs through them like it does, like an inkjet printer does. It just goes back and forth, ching, 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 and this just pops up out of the wood.
That's crazy.
But I mean, you know, there's my thumb for size comparison.
Dude.
I mean, it is extremely detailed.
awesome. It's hard to believe that they were printing those like mass quantity on the show
Oh yeah,
floor.
and they probably gave out thousands of them. They just had a bunch of wood sitting there, and they were ready to go.
That's cool.
But it is the Aztec calendar. This is the one that says that this is the one that ends in the year 2012 in December or something like that. You know, maybe down there, maybe it's where we all die or something. I don't know. But it's pretty cool because it's like a very, very detailed calendar. And, you know, they printed them out for you. Come on, there you go. And, yeah, and then, of course, the little Aztec thing was pretty cool. No show deals or anything like that. They just, sometimes they have show deals. And then, Creative had this thing where you had to go around and get these 3 stickers from the ladies that were showing the booth off. And then you could come back and stand in line, and they did this little spin the wheel thing, and you could win whatever. I ended up winning a... no, actually, I won that shirt. Sorry, the hat was from DTS. The Creative shirt, of course, was from Creative. Yeah. That's pretty much my my score.
Which is, I mean, if you look at the pictures from last year,
dude, I still have all that crap in my room too. I need to go through it and throw away all the. A lot of it's brochures. Like, I'd walk up there and like, be like, hey, you want a brochure? I'm like,
all right,
okay, thanks. And I had like a stack of brochures like this big. Magazines and junk. I'm like, why do I have these?
Yeah.
So I really tried to keep it down. I probably could have like found a bunch of other stuff like things they had going on, but I was just like, yeah, forget it. I was there to really look at the stuff this year, so.
And yeah, that's completely right. But Jacob, I'm pretty sure in the either next year or the next year, I will be able to go.
Oh yeah, and I got this deal. I know it's probably some kind of strings attached, and I probably didn't actually save any money, which I think I do, but whatever. I had this deal from the MGM people, you know.
Yeah.
And if you come back to Vegas within 18 months and stay at an MGM hotel again, they had this deal. It was $99 for 2 nights, or $125 for 3 nights, but you get that money back.
Huh.
You have this little voucher thing, and I can actually even transfer it to someone else if I want to. You know, if I want it, but whatever. But yeah, like, you basically just like, you know, come back. I gave them $124, and I can come back, and I'm going to stay at the Luxor next year, and they're going to give me $124 back when I come back there, and I get to stay there for 3 nights for free, basically.
Cool.
So then all I have to do is add in like 1 or 2 more nights, depending on how long I stay.
Yeah.
And you get to stay in the big black pyramid in Vegas for free.
That's awesome. Free is the best part. So, I mean, I think I was looking, and I think they said they may have had a record attendance. Not sure.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, they were saying 140,000, but that wouldn't make it a record attendance. I think that was like preliminary, however you say it, preliminary numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a big thing, and of course, like we said, it was tablet-based mostly. But Jeff, I think you're a really good example of finding a lot of people. Like, I know a lot of people. Well, I guess MakerBot wasn't as popular. They demoed the cupcake at CES a couple years ago, didn't they? That was like when they launched it.
They had people up there all the time though. They had a good bit bigger booth. They had like like 5 thingamatics going at once. Last year they only had like 2 MakerBots going. They had a little tiny booth last year. This year they had like double the size with like tables going around. It was really nice looking. They were out in the middle of everywhere. And they had some really good stuff going on. I know by the end of the show, they were really tired of telling somebody, oh, it's a 3D printer. Yes, it prints by thermal deposition. Yeah, like a hot glue gun. Yeah, $1,200. Yeah. You know, it's like everybody, and like they would tell one person, and then someone else would be like, "Hey, what's this?" And then they get done telling them, they'd be like, "Hey, what's this? Yeah. Hey, what's this?" And I stood there for like 30 minutes one time, and it was just like, I feel sorry for him because it's like constantly over and over again.
But you know, a lot of people like to cover, you know, the big story things. But I think that Jacob, when I know it's really hard to cover things with one person there because, you know, you won't be able to have enough gear and everything. But when I go, we'll be able to. I want to have a good balance where we can like have fun, but then cover the things that should be covered or whatever.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be awesome, and that's something to look forward to. I don't know. It depends what day. Next year might be a push because I don't know. You know, I know that the day is gonna move up by 1, but. Hopefully,
let's see. Next year will be it'll be Thursday. Pretty much, it'd be Thursday to Sunday. And I'd probably end up going up on I don't know, Wednesday maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully we will go back Hopefully we would be able to go back to school either that Monday or Tuesday. That would be good. But, you know, who knows? That's for a later date. But anyway, great to see your haul, Jacob. And if you look at the picture from, I think we've showed the picture before where like your whole hotel bed is just covered in crap.
Yeah, it's it's pretty interesting. Let's see if I can. Photos.
It's just crazy though. I mean, you.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I got it. I found it. I mean, just look at all that crap. Most of that is like stickers and brochures and everything. I think this year you got. Is that a backpack? Didn't you get a backpack from somebody?
Well, I bought it.
Oh, you bought it. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's. I mean, like, you know, a lot of that stuff's just like crap. It's magazines, lanyards. I'm like, you know, you can only have like so many lanyards.
Yeah.
And then you're done. Which I still have the body glove lanyard. I use it with my keys.
Yeah.
So I've had that for a year now. They had a bunch of them there, and I was like, no, it's okay. It's all right. I don't need another. I could have had, you know, a bundle this big of lanyards, but I didn't. I held myself back. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that this year.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you can just get a ton of stuff. It's crazy. But that's what CES is about, just getting free stuff. Well, not exactly.
No, it's to see the products, because if you spend that much money to go to see
I'm just kidding.
Stuff, you could go to the Dollar Tree or something.
Yeah.
No, what CES is really about is winning free stuff.
Exactly. Because I think with the, well, I don't know, how much was the Podzilla valued at for what you won? I guess it was 200. Just for the casing. No, I guess casing motherboard.
278, I think, is what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
178, 180.
No, I don't know. Anyway.
And then the Ergotron stand was
that thing was,
$80 or something, or $100-something. But I'm still using all that stuff. I mean, I'm on the Podzilla, which is the shuttle PC, and I'm using the Ergotron mount. Ergotron wasn't there this year, which I was surprised. I guess they didn't really benefit too much last year. But dude, they had a sweet, you know, sweet contest. There wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't get into it deep enough to see all the contests, but I just didn't see anything like that this year. Where, you know, take a picture of this and we'll do this and that, and hey, you could win like this $100 thing.
Yeah.
They didn't have like a lot of
Maybe
that
they
stuff.
lost too much money last year or something.
The CES didn't really have anything like that. They weren't giving away anything this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
It
It still seems like you had fun, though.
Yeah, I tried.
Alright, well, I guess that pretty much does it for this episode of Gadget Gurus. You can follow Jacob on Twitter over at twitter.com/freakinghuge, FREAKINHUGE. You can follow me. Jay, I think I'm going to also use today and to finish my website that, we bought like a month ago.
Yeah, I need to finish mine like really quick.
Yeah.
Which I got that really cool. I got that really cool WordPress thing on there now, but
that thing is cool. I was looking at that the other day. The one that's like all one page and it's like
yeah, and it just scrolls up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carlo needs to get breakfast. But yeah, so you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones, and make sure to subscribe on YouTube because we like YouTube subscribers because we're awesome and we like YouTube. And that's youtube.com/pbcasttv. So, until next time, guys, I'm Nick Jones.
I'm Jacob Roberts.
And we are the Gadget Gurus. See you guys.
Peace!